Alright, today we're going to be replacing the exhaust heads, which are down there, you can't really see, on Bmw E36. Mine is $19.99, but this will work on, I believe, anything from 96 to 99 as long as it's E36, not the 99 E46.
First you got to jack up your car, make sure you're on the right jack stand points, which on here are the circles on the fender skirts, on the side skirts.
Okay, so now we're under the car. You can see the transmission and then the exhaust. You can see where the exhaust bolts up right there. You can see this brace right here. This guy, he's in the way, so it takes 16 over there and then another 16 over there, and I believe it's a 13 over there and over there to get this brace off. So it is like beyond stripped, but luckily enough we heated it up and with the torch, and we got it to turn like 2 turns. So we're just gonna kind of heat it up, get it to turn a little bit, heat it up, get it to turn a little bit until it comes off, and hopefully with our new exhaust heads we won't have to deal with any of these problems with the new bolts and everything. Alright, so we finally got the part out, or not the part, the nut, and that's what it ended up looking like when we got it out. But yeah, so we got it out, and we're gonna move on to getting the actual exhaust heads off of the engine, and we'll go from there. So this is gonna look a little different than your guys's because I have taken out my windshield wiper fluid. And that's what all these little plugs are for and stuff. But basically, the first one is right here, and then the second, and you know how it goes down. So these like 4 bolts right here, we won't be able to get from underneath the car, but all these bolts over here, we should be able to get from underneath. So you're gonna wanna clear out a space, but only if you need to be able to get to it. Okay, so now after you get that done, there's 2 little rubber things over here, and then there's a bolt right here and right there, and then you can drop your exhaust all the way down so you have a clear work area. So we've got the exhaust out, and as you can see, we have this whole area to work, and the exhaust will be off to the side. And the only reason I didn't pull the exhaust out is because you can see I wasn't able to get that O2 sensor off, and I just don't want to try with it anymore. So
Dead.
okay, so now as you guys can see, we're gonna start getting all of these bolts. There's 2 back there, 2 right there, 2 right there, 2 right there, 2 right there, and then 2 right there. And that's all just for this first guy right here. And then the second one, you can't really see them, but they're down in there. So all that we're gonna do is we're going to spray some liquid wrench on it, or whatever you got, just anything that can help get these, because as you can see, they're pretty rusted. So anything to help with that will really help. Okay, so we now have both of these out. You can see that these old ones because they're all cut up. And what came out with it was this guy, who that attaches to like a sensor in the engine. But it basically kind of lays like that. So get this off first. It's gonna be all attached, kind of like, you know, like that. So it'll be all attached to these, and you just unbolt this take this out first, and it makes it way easier to get to any of these. So you guys can see now that it's completely empty, and I had to, this is what that attaches to. You can see it sits right here, so you'll have to get that out of the way too. And basically just, you don't really have to move that, but this is going to be your problem area that you're going to be rubbing the ratchet on all the time to get to it if you're going to do it from up here. Both out, I got this new one in. You can see it's just attached barely right here. And so now I'm just going to do the same thing, tighten up all the bolts that I have, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have the first one in, and as you can see, there's 2 bolts right there that are gonna come in with the other thing, and then there's another 2 bolts right there, and those will be filled with this right here, and on the other one is gonna be these 2. Alright, another update. So we have both of them in now successfully, and we're about to put this guy on. Should be pretty self-explanatory. Just kind of shove it in there, get it in there, put the bolts in just like the manifold, and you're gonna reattach this to your, I think this is for smog, pretty sure, but you'll need to reattach that. And I just thought about it, not everybody might not have these, because I don't know, it might just be a USA thing for, you know, smog and stuff, because we're all stupid with that. But yeah, so we're gonna put this guy in, and I'll get back with you soon. So we got these heads in, and now if we get onto the car, you can see that we have our exhaust kind of hanging on by a few bolts right there, but it is in and completely back on that way. It's a 2-person job, so definitely. All right.
On the right patch though.
So we got everything on.
I'm not.
We got the X brakes back on. I'm about to drop the car, and then we will see how it sounds.